I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends. Fun to do bad things and drive into a car.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Today's little video, man, is simply how did I stop getting tickets? Now, will I continue to stop getting tickets? I don't know. I can't predict the future, but so far so good. This little list of things that I'm about to share with you guys has pretty much kept me from getting a ticket in both my Hellcats. Now, I'm a firm believer in the slower your car is, the faster the driver is. It's just the craziest thing to me. When I had my Fusion, I drove that thing like a madman. When I got my Charger, I drove that thing like a madman. When I got my Scat Pack, slowed down a little bit, but still sort of a madman. And then once I got these Hellcats, I just slowed down. Now, whether that's due to old age or just me finally getting tired of paying for tickets, I don't know, because I still drive. You know, you guys have seen the videos. I do get out there and I do participate shenanigans out in Mexico every now and then, but I do it a lot more in moderation. I'm not just racing any and everybody that I see, and I just don't do it any and all the time. And you know, a lot of that plays into one of the points that I'm going to get into. So point number one, or thing number one that, you know, I've used to help avoid tickets is Waze. Waze is a user-based app. A lot of you may know what it is already, some of you may not, but it's a user-based app, so the more people that use it in your area, the more accurate and the more helpful it's going to be. It shows police locations, police roadblocks, accidents, you know, stop cars, whatever other little, you know, obstacles that may be ahead of you on your route to wherever your destination is. And I don't run it, you know, when I'm just going, you know, day to day, but whenever I'm doing cross-country road trips or, you know, any type of road trip, I usually pull it up and try to run it as much as possible because, you know, it does help, especially when you're in a populated area where people are always, you know, plugging stuff in. You know, if I don't see something, then I try to plug it in myself. Now, the downfall to that is, like I said, it's user-based. So once you're out in the middle of freaking nowhere, like, I don't know, Kentucky or some crap like that, driving through a potato field or whatever the hell they have, there's no one out there to use the app, so it won't be as accurate, and it won't probably have the cop that's sitting around the corner, so you won't see him. So yeah, that's not 100%, but it does help, and it has helped me avoid tickets a few times. Not all the time, but it has helped. Thing number two is going to be simply running a radar detector. You can get them for pretty cheap. You can get pretty expensive. I'm not a fan of buying a stupid expensive radar detector because no matter how expensive it is or how far they claim to pick up a radar, it doesn't matter. A smart cop, the experienced ones, they won't hit you until you get close enough for them to hit you with the radar. They won't just be sitting there running the radar. Usually the rookies, usually the guys that just sit there with the radar running, you know, letting you zip by and catch you with the KA band or whatever. But the experienced guys, they'll just eyeball you speeding because they can usually pretty good at judging your speed just off eyeballing you alone. And if they see you speeding or they think you might be speeding, they'll just wait till you get close enough and pop you when it's too late to freaking slow down. And then if you're running a radar detector, obviously it's going to kick on way too freaking late. So no matter how expensive you get one, it's going to be too late by the time they pop you and you're like, oh crap, he's right there. Oh, it's too late, we already got you. So not 100%, but it has helped me in the past. One time I was going down to Texas. Going down to Texas from Missouri, and I'm coming up, KA band starts going off. I'm like, oh wait, I don't see him, so I'm just gonna, you know, slow down, play cool. slow down, I'm going up and over the hill, and as I get to the top of the hill and I'm able to look down on the other side, there he was right there at the bottom of the freaking hill, just sitting there, waiting to catch everybody speeding right across the top of that hill. I'm like, all right, little radar detector did something for me. Now mine's, I have one. I haven't run one in either of my Hellcats. I just get tired of all the bands. I think I had it in there for a short time, but I just don't worry about it now. Like I said, it has helped me before, but do I depend on it? No, because you know, once you start depending on them, you just get reliant on it, and then you just stop using, you know, your better judgment. And ultimately, I found that to be better use than, you know, running a radar detector for me, anyway. Now, the radar detector, coupled with Waze, coupled with a little bit of common sense, they can go a long ways. Now, thing number 3 is simply going to be smarter driving. Obviously, you know, you guys have seen how I drive. Now, that's about how I drive 2% out of the time, what you guys see in these videos. Other percent, I'm just minding my own business and just cruising. Especially when I'm in this thing, it's already loud, it's already bright, and you know, it draws a lot of attention, so I don't need any more attention to myself, man. If you're out there running and ripping and dipping and, you know, just getting people to call the cops on you, then you're gonna have a harder time. Like, just drive smarter, that's all there is to it. Speeding around the corners, that's pretty, you know, self-explanatory. Don't speed around where you can't see. That's the best way I can get that to you. If you're speeding at nighttime, then you can't see too far ahead, so he's going to be sitting somewhere where you can't see him. I had that happen a few times already. One time I was coming through Virginia, coming out of a tunnel in my little Ford Fusion. Boy, I was so happy. I was going home. I hadn't been home in like a year. I'm just hauling ass. You know, GPS says like 3 more hours to home. And as soon as we saw that welcome to Virginia, I'm just like, I'm out. Boom, smash it. I'm doing 90 in about a 70. Sure enough, I blast out in the end of that tunnel, and freaking cop just lights me up right there. I'm like, you got me, bud. Wasn't nothing I could do about it. That was just 100% just stupid. 1, it was speeding at nighttime. 2, I was going through a freaking tunnel, so where are you gonna go? And 3, it was just stupid. It was just stupid. That's all there was to it. And obviously I got the ticket. It was a pretty fat ticket. It was Virginia, so they don't freaking play about their speeding. And you know, it just simply avoided it. Could have been easily avoided. I just not been an idiot. And slow car, slowest fast driver. I've already said it a million times, man. Slowest cars always have the fastest drivers. It never fails. I'm still pretty slow. Don't get me wrong. I'm still pretty slow, but I've learned to, you know, dial it back just a little bit on the fast driving portion. But the biggest thing, like I said, has been the smarter driving. Don't speed places where you can't see. Over hills, around corners, and through the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of shenanigans like to happen at night. I personally despise shenanigans at night. There's critters on the road. There's you know, weird people doing weird things at nighttime on the road. You got drunk drivers on the road at nighttime. I'm not a fan of driving at night. I used to be. I'm down for a nice little city cruise at nighttime, but as far as like, you know, road tripping at nighttime in places that I don't know, not a fan. So that's thing number 3. To simply put, just don't speed where you can't see, and use a little bit of common knowledge. Now, thing number 4 is simply going to be, you know, nope, don't speed. Just that's the way it is. Once you speed and you're out there with other people around, they like to call the cops. They like to call on you. They snitch and be, you know, little Karens and Darrens that they are. The people tell on you. That's simple. Especially when it's something bright, loud, and fast. They have first thing. 911. This car just blew past me. It's a red car. I couldn't tell what it was. You know, I actually had that happen the other day. They freaking called the cops, and we'll get into thing number 5 is coming up, and we'll get into that in a little bit because that happened, you know, after thing number 4. So they saw us out there. They were doing shit. We literally made 2 rips. 1 down, 1 back. That was it. That's it. Just boom, boom, done. That's it. We weren't out there all night, you know, we weren't doing anything crazy. Literally just went down, came back, and then went our separate ways. And of course, I'm the one that gets pulled over, and you know, we'll get into it in a little bit. But anyway, just don't speed, don't draw the attention to yourself, and you save yourself so much of a headache, man. Like, people, they just got nothing better to do. They can't wait to freaking call you in because they're stuck in freaking slow-ass Priuses or, you know, Toyota Corollas or some lame ass shit. I don't know what the problem is. They just suck at life. They just got nothing better to do. So, and instead of freaking carrying on and minding their damn business and letting you mind your own damn business, they got a tail on you. I can see you're out there causing harm and doing things and putting people in danger. Okay, I understand. You're gonna call the cops, but we literally just boom, boom, one rip down, one rip back. That's it. That's minding our own freaking business. Like, put no one in danger. It's not like we're freaking the roads around with spectators. We're just out there all, just literally just down and back. That's it. Went on our merry way. And they felt the need to call the cops, so they did. So, thing number 4 is just simply don't speed, man. You just draw so much less attention and you give yourself much less of a headache. And then if you're not speeding, obviously you won't get in freaking trouble. You don't have a reason. Now, if you run around with a legal 10 or whatever else, legal mods and things like that, loud ass exhaust draw more attention, then you should definitely not be speeding, because that's just one more thing that they can just get you for. So they suspected you were speeding, but because you got this, and this going on with your car, they're probably gonna pull you over anyway. That's me passing on a few words of wisdom and letting you guys know, the more you got going on with the car, the more likely you are to get pulled over. It's that simple. Thing number 5 is simply going to be, if all those things failed and you get pulled over, thing number 5 is what could possibly, save your ass and save your ticket or save your car from being towed. So you guys heard me say I just got pulled over. People called the cops on me the other day. They called the cops. They, pulled with Karen and Darren. The cops saw me and the GT500 drive by, and instead of going after him, they went with the one with a fucking drag pack on it. Obviously, that's obviously the one that's been racing. He's got a big ass tire on his car, and they pulled me over. They come up. I roll my windows down already. Got my license registered. Well, I have my registration. I didn't have my license because I was literally just down the street. Grab my registration. Grab my insurance. I was like, hey, I got this and this for you. That's all I got. He's like, well, and the cop was super chill. He was super chill, man. Like, props to him, man. Thanks. You could have been a real dick, and you weren't. Both him and his buddy. Just treat them like humans, man. That's it. If you talk to them, with a little bit of damn respect, just talk to them like humans. I'm not saying, bow down and kiss their feet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. I won't do it again, sir. I'm not saying, be a damn doll or you damn thing to them, but, just treat them like freaking humans. Talk to them like you would talk to your buddies. They're still car guys. They're still people who love cars. They love to see these machines and things on the road. So he came up, he asked, like, so what's all done in this thing? I was like, this, and this. He was like, really? About how much you making? I was like, a little bit over 900. He was like, really? That's all it takes to make now? I was like, yeah, sir. It doesn't take much to make these things, to get power out of these things. He's like, wow, that's crazy. So the reason I stopped you is because we got a couple of calls. I got about 3 calls saying you guys are out there racing now. You're doing it around people. There's so many other roads out here to do it around. Go somewhere else. That's all I ask for you guys. Like, so just hand me your license registration, I'll be right back. So I hand him my stuff, his little partner comes up, asks me to roll it down, and he starts talking to me, just chopping it up. He's talking about Teslas. He's asking the same thing to other dudes. How much power, how much your payments are. Man, that's crazy. I really want one of these things. Yada, yada, yada. So, just forming a bond, forming some type of bond with him, and freaking, I'm not saying, you gotta be buddy and, hit him up and, what's your IG, man? I'm not saying all that, but just treat them like freaking humans, man. That could be the difference between your ass ended up like, some of these videos we've seen on the internet, or, you simply going about your day with, nothing more than, they took 5 minutes out of your day. That could be the difference between that. So thing number 5 is the last resort after, you've exhausted all the 4 things and you still got pulled over. Thing number 5 could be the one to save your ass, and it saved my ass. Now, obviously they didn't catch us speeding, so they kind of didn't have a leg to stand. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer or anything, so I don't know what they could have technically done. My car's not registered here, so they couldn't really get me for mods because it's not a California vehicle. So I'm not sure what they could have done. I'm glad they didn't, try to push for anything. So once again, thank you to those guys who pulled me over. But they let me go on my way, man. Obviously you guys know this thing is not California compliant at all. But I stay here, and they let me go on my merry way, and I got nothing to say. And right before he left, he's like, so you didn't hear this from me. So just for future reference, there's a piece of road way out there in the middle of the desert. If you guys want to do that stuff, just go out there to that road. No one's gonna bother you out there. And I was like, hey, You ain't got to tell me twice. I'll just take it out there from now on. Thanks, sir. And he just lets me go on my way, man. He's like, all right, have a good day, slow it down. And gives me my stuff back, goes about his day, I go about my day. So, that pretty much wraps it up, man. So, if the Waze doesn't work, if the freaking radar detector doesn't work, if using a little bit of common sense doesn't work, and slowing down, you still get pulled over, then maybe just talking to them and freaking treating them like human beings could save your ass. If you did all 4 of those things and you still got pulled over, then thing number 5 could save you. Now, if thing number 5 fails, none of those things are 100%. I'm just gonna tell you right now. You can do all 4 of those things and still get pulled over and still get a ticket. You do all 5 of those things and still get a freaking ticket. It doesn't matter. But these things have ultimately saved me quite a few times. That was actually the very first time that I've been pulled over. And it wasn't even because they saw me speeding or doing something. It's because someone decided they wanted to be a freaking Karen and call the cops on me. It's that simple. Yeah, it's just not worth it. 100% not worth it. And there's so many better ways you can spend your money than, you know, paying a stupid ass ticket or paying lawyer fees because you got a fat ass ticket. You know, trust me, it gets hefty. And you know, with all the crazy stuff that went on down there in Houston, where those guys got killed because their kid, you know, blew by with the Camaro. Yeah, they're cracking down, man. So if you want to save yourself the hassle and you save your freaking pockets, then I suggest, you know, take something from the video. And if not, then oh well, you do you. I tried to help you. If not, then oh well, you know, it's your life, man. Live your life. Live your best life. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Enough rambling on, man. I hope you guys took something good from this video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. So go to the Instagram channel, Low376 Slow, all one word. I'll put it down in the description. Until next time, to you, I'm out. Peace.